Hello, welcome to GP Podcast. Today, we're diving into something that feels like it's been pulled directly from science fiction. And I want to start with a statement that might sound like a huge exaggeration, but I promise you, it isn't.
Yeah, I know, big words. But look, this isn't just another chatbot or, a slightly better image generator. What we're talking about today, this is a fundamental, ground-shaking shift in what AI can actually do.
So just think about that for a second. What if you could just write a sentence and create an entire world you could walk around in? Let's dive into this because that future, well, it's not decades away. In a lot of ways, it's already starting to happen.
Okay, so let's get into it. This is Genie 3. And what is it? Put simply, it's the most advanced world model ever created. We're talking about an AI that can generate worlds you can explore, worlds that react to you, and yeah, even photorealistic ones, all from just a little bit of text. To really get why this is such a massive breakthrough, you have to understand one crucial difference. It's kind of like the difference between a photograph of a car and a fully functional car engine. And this slide really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you have generation. That's like taking a picture. It's static, it's lifeless. On the other, you have simulation. That's what Genie 3 does. It doesn't just create a picture of a world. It understands the rules of that world. It gets physics, it keeps things consistent, and it reacts to what you do in real time. It doesn't just show you a forest. It knows how a forest is supposed to work. So that brings us to this term, world model. What does that even mean? Well, it's an AI that builds an internal understanding of a place, right? It can predict what's going to happen next and simulate what happens when you do something. Genie 3 is a true world model. It can simulate reality and keep it consistent for up to a whole minute of you just walking around. Now, a minute might not sound like a lot, but trust me, in the world of generative AI, getting things to stay consistent for that long is, well, it's basically an eternity.
Okay, so this is the fun part. How can you actually use this incredible technology? Well, it gets into your hands through an experimental prototype, and it's called Project Genie.
And they've broken it down into these 3 pillars, which is a really cool way to think about it. It's all about turning you from just a viewer into a creator. So first, you do what's called world sketching. You just describe your world with text. Then, world exploration, you actually jump in and explore it as it generates around you in real time. And then, this is really neat, world remixing. You can take worlds that other people have made and build on top of their ideas. Pretty cool, right? For now, if you're a Google AI Ultra subscriber in the US, you can actually try this out.
And look, it's easy to see this and think, wow, video games are going to be insane. And you're right, they are. But the real revolution here, it's so much bigger than just video games. This is poised to reshape, well, pretty much everything.
I mean, just take a look at this. The potential is just staggering. For education, forget textbooks. We're talking about students literally walking through the streets of ancient Rome. For self-driving cars, they can train in millions of perfectly safe, simulated scenarios before ever hitting a real road. Architects can walk through buildings before a single brick is laid. Therapists can use it for controlled exposure therapy. And robots, they can learn to handle complex tasks in a simulation first. This is the kind of future this tech unlocks.
Now, it's easy to get carried away, and this tech is revolutionary, but let's be real, it's not perfect. Not yet. And one thing I've got to give Google credit for is that they're being super transparent about the limitations right now. So here are some of the current hurdles. The worlds aren't always 100% photorealistic. There can be a little bit of lag when you're controlling your character. Some of the features they've talked about aren't rolled out yet. But here's the thing, you shouldn't see these as failures. These are just the engineering challenges of today. Each one of these bullet points is a problem that teams of brilliant people are working on solving, and they're all on the path to something much, much bigger. Take this, for example. Right now, in the Project Genie prototype, you can only explore for about 60 seconds at a time. But what's really incredible is that the actual model underneath it all can keep things consistent for way longer. That 60-second limit, it's just a temporary cap on the public version. It's not a limitation of the core tech itself. That's a really important distinction. And all of this, it leads us to the true endgame. When you read this quote from DeepMind about a leap in capabilities and enabling AI agents that can reason, problem solve, and act, listen to those words. They're not just talking about making cool videos. They are talking about a direct, deliberate step towards what we call artificial general intelligence, or AGI. So let's wrap this up. This isn't just another tech update. This is a massive shift from just generating content to actually simulating reality.
This might be the moment we look back on as when AI truly started to build worlds. And so the question isn't if this is going to change things, the question is, how are you going to be a part of it? If you like the video, subscribe, leave a like, comment on what you liked most, and share the video. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.